Good morning. My name is Kate Mullins. I want to welcome you and thank you for sharing this special event with us. To the ADN class of 2022, we did it. To begin, I would like to read a poem entitled Neglected Children. The author is unknown, but as you will soon see, it was likely a student nurse. Our home is seldom very clean. The meals are not as good, and we don't take a bath as we ordinarily would. The hamper is overflowing, the ironing is seldom done, and the socks that were neatly in the drawer are practically down to none. She was a model mother. The house was shiny and bright. She was so even-tempered, a perfect guiding light. But now, that has changed. Dust 'neath the bed does pool. Where is that wonderful mother? Why my mother goes to school. She has no time for cleaning. We kids must do our best. We're having eggs for dinner, 'cause mom's having a test. She got a terrible longing, a nurse she wanted to be. So she nagged our dad for tuition, and the poor guy had to agree. So every morning she packs her books and walks out of the door. We'd like to try and stop her, but we're sticking to the floor. We take our vitamins and drink our juice, 'cause it would be terribly cruel if we caught a cold and fever and mother couldn't go to school. So if you're in the hospital and on your back you lie, if you happen to see a student nurse, tell mom we all said hi.
Good morning, graduates, family members, esteemed guests, faculty, and college administration officials. I'd also like to acknowledge one of our Board of Trustees members, Dr. Wren Johnson. I'm not sure exactly where she is sitting, but we appreciate her attending our pinning ceremony today. And we welcome all of you to the Associate Degree Nursing Class of 22 pinning ceremony. We are so blessed to have you join us in person and online to celebrate the well-earned accomplishments of these individuals. In 2007, the very first associate degree nursing students graduated here at Carteret Community College. Including you, 262 nursing students have completed the college's ADN program and have joined the ranks of registered nurses serving locally as well as across the country. Healthcare demands continue to change rapidly, and patient care continues to become more complex. To meet these challenges, nursing education is constantly evolving and finding new methods of delivery for material. One of my most gratifying experiences as a nurse educator has been watching a student blossom as they gain skill and confidence in providing high-quality, compassionate care for the most vulnerable individuals. 21 months ago, you began this journey called nursing school, a time you won't quickly forget. You have completed over 384 hours of class, 192 hours in the lab, and over 800 hours in clinical. That doesn't even include the hours that you spent preparing for class and clinical and studying. I'm sure there were many times when you wondered if you'd make it, when you wondered if you had what it took. You've overcome many obstacles with determination and perseverance. You've discovered a strength you didn't know you possessed. You've weathered storms, literally and figuratively. Literally this week to get here today, as well as Hurricane Florence and Dorian and all of the others. You faced illnesses, accidents, surgeries, pregnancy, death of loved ones, deployments, and a worldwide pandemic. You've made friends that you'll cherish for life. We celebrate the fact that many of you already have your next educational journey planned to finish the Bachelor of Nursing degree and beyond. Learning in nursing truly never stops, but your accomplishment today is no milestone. You have gained skills and knowledge that you will use to impact the lives of many individuals over your career. Your empathy and compassion will touch individuals who may be at their lowest ebb in life. The touch of your hand, the smile on your face, a listening ear, and a compassionate word go a long way to comfort a hurting soul. It has been one of my most memorable pleasures to be involved in your education. Several years ago, the North Carolina Board of Nursing developed an educational path to encourage nurses to complete their bachelor's degree. The program is called Regionally Increasing Baccalaureate Nurses, or RIBN. Our college has a collaborative agreement with East Carolina University for students that meet specific criteria to be dually enrolled in both the Associate Degree Nursing program here at CCC and the RIBN program at East Carolina University at the same time. There is a path for high school students called the RIBN program. Students apply while in high school to East Carolina and CCC. The first 3 years are completed here at CCC in person, while also taking an online course each semester at East Carolina University. Once the student graduates from our ADN program and they pass their NCLEX and they begin working, they continue taking online nursing courses at East Carolina University for 1 more year, and at the end of 4 years from high school, they graduate with their bachelor's degree. Students who have been out of high school a while can join this path also. They join on year 2, having previously completed those general education requirements. That program is called ARIBN. Today, we are proud to have our very first set of RIBN students, 3 students total, graduating. We also have 3 ARIBN students graduating as well. And many of our other graduates have already started their RN to BSN programs with other institutions, and others will join them soon. As the students cross the stage, or actually when their picture comes up on the stage, on the screen as they cross the stage, there will be some designations of those who are RIBN or ARIBN. Finally, I'd like to leave you with these words. As you begin your professional nursing journey, I pray that you will be endowed with all of the following: strength to stand for what is right, to be an advocate for the weak and needy, courage to face difficult and challenging situations, perseverance to seek the best solution to complex problems, patience to accomplish seemingly endless tasks, but most of all, compassion for those facing physical, emotional, or spiritual crises who may be frightened and alone. Today, the nursing faculty joins with your family and friends to congratulate you. You made it. So family and friends, as the graduates cross their stage to receive their pin, their lamp, their roses, all of any awards they may receive, please feel free to stand up, get yourself positioned to take the picture to commemorate this very special occasion. We'd also like to recognize some of our other college administration and other people that have joined us here on the stage today. You'll be meeting our speaker in shortly. Here in the back row is Patty Hudson, the Chief Nursing Officer at CART Healthcare, Dr. Mancini, our college president, Dr. Brown, who is the Vice President of Instruction and Student Support, Melissa Yao, who is from East Carolina University and works with the students in the RIBN and ARIBN program, and Laurie Freshwater, the Dean of Health Sciences, and Rebecca Skinner, who is from the Carolina East and does clinical coordination for them. We are very thankful to have all of them, and that's the end of all I have to say.
Hello everyone, my name is Colby Case, a graduate of the 2022 cohort. Thank you all for being present with us today. Many of us came in the first day of orientation thinking that nursing school was going to be a breeze. However, we soon found out that breeze was much more like a hurricane. Nursing school has certainly been a roller coaster, as of extensive exams, abundant class, clinical, and lab times, and countless hours outside the classroom studying and worrying about the next exam were not demanding enough. We had to factor in the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic fears and mandates, which proved to be quite the challenge. Despite these trials, we have now made it to this new and exciting point in our lives. And I think I can speak for everyone here in saying we are beyond grateful for this opportunity and for all the help along the way. The result was well worth the work put in. We are overwhelmed with excitement to graduate and eager to begin this new journey in our lives. I also have the pleasure of introducing the pinning ceremony's guest speaker, Ms. Nicole Frost. Nicole Frost has been a member of the healthcare field in various roles since 1989. Currently, she is the lead provider of palliative care at Carteret Healthcare and also serves as locum tenens hospitalist. In addition, she serves as the chair for the ethics chapter of Carteret Healthcare. Nicole has worked with Patient Safety Movement to create blueprints for the development of palliative care programs within hospitals internationally. She has also authored 2 articles in regards to lateral violence and mentorship in nursing, as well as nursing knowledge and confidence in palliative care. Nicole is a nurse practitioner who holds dual certificates in adult gerontology, acute care, and in family practice, as well as in dermatology. Nicole also has earned a doctoral degree in the nursing practice and holds master's degrees in nursing education. Nicole resides in Morehead City with her husband Ty and her 5 children, who range from 30 to 9, and 2 grandchildren, 9 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our speaker, Nicole Frost.
Standing up here never gets any easier, I'm going to tell you. But thank you for having me here on such an honored occasion. I thought long and hard about what you would want me to say, and most likely it's, please hurry up, I want to graduate, don't want another lecture. I know it's true, you can be polite, but I know. I labored over what message that I wanted to send you. I labored over the right words, mostly because I could hear my former nursing instructor saying, it's not a shot, it's an injection. It's not stomach, it's the abdomen. That dressing better be neat. And those of you who know me know exactly who I'm talking about. So let's all face it, nursing school is hard. You know that saying of it's another hoop to jump through or another hurdle to jump? Well, just imagine that that hoop is 10 feet off the ground. It's on fire, and there's a rabid dog chasing you. No lie. But it wasn't always hardship. There was support. There was laughter. There was when that light bulb came on and everybody rejoiced. You finally got it. You're finally finished with nursing school, and now here you are, ready to conquer the world. But are you? Graduates, you're being honored today to recognize and celebrate the choices and sometimes the sacrifices you made to get here, to achieve your goals, not only in scholarship, but in leadership, service, and character. But I believe what should make you and your families the most proud is not the actual honor itself, but what it took to get you here. I challenge you not to stop with this accomplishment, but to continue to strive towards even higher goals. The most important thing to remember is that each of these characteristics, scholarship, leadership, service, and character, is the sum of many individual decisions. These qualities embody a positive attitude backed by purpose. The only way to achieve your purpose is to take small actions every day. In the end, they all add up. My hope for you is that you will continue to cultivate this attitude backed by purpose throughout your life. So let's talk about scholarship. Scholarship is so much more than straight A's. It's a lifelong love for learning. In the end, it's a sum of all the small choices. Each time you decide you want, and that's the key word, want to learn something, The experience will be so rewarding that the next time becomes easier. Soon, learning becomes a habit. And at that point, your desire to learn becomes much easier and much more than getting A's, while taking the focus off of grades. The knowledge still can be hard to gain, but knowing you have mastered a difficult subject is an awesome reward. Suddenly, the world around you becomes richer, full of learning opportunities. Secondly, leadership. Leadership is not about being elected or appointed to an office. The office doesn't teach someone how to be a leader. Leadership is an attitude cultivated over time. Are you one to stand up for what you believe in and face the music even when that music is unpleasant? Do you have a purpose and follow that purpose to get what you desire? Do you have a vision? These are all questions that true leaders answer in the affirmative. But how do you become a leader? Each small decision you make takes you one step closer. Remember that the goal is not to get power, but to get your vision and your purpose across. Leaders without vision can be likened to driving in a strange town without a GPS. You're going to wind up somewhere, but it might not be in the best part of town. Next is service. Service is an attitude. Are you doing it for the right reasons? Do you really love what you do? I'm not saying there's going to be a day that you wouldn't rather sleep your heart out than work your heart out, but is our heart in the right place? What I'm talking about is in the end, when it's all done, and once you're rested once again, can you truly look back and realize what you did was worthwhile and you did something for your fellow man? And finally, character. If there's any one thing that is evidenced by your daily choices, it's character. Thomas Macaulay once said, "The measure of a man's real character is what he would do if he knew no one would find him out." What do you do when no one's around? The teacher steps out of the room for a moment. You know right in your notes where that answer is. Do you look? Minimal chance of getting caught. Or do you give the wrong medication to a patient? Nothing that will hurt the patient, but it was wrong nonetheless. You perform the wrong procedure on a patient, and the results are devastating. Do you take ownership, or do you just cover it up? The answer to these questions is the key to your true character. For while being honest and honorable is important, being true to yourself is paramount. And in the end, these decisions will eventually reveal your true character to the world. All in all, are making the tough choices worth it? Yes, I believe they are. While it would be easier to slide through life without a purpose, it would not be fulfilling. Only by setting difficult goals and achieving them can we find self-worth. As I stand here before you, I look back at just a mere 20 years ago when I was sitting where you are. Thankfully, I didn't have to endure COVID during that time, and you are to be commended for your accomplishments. But I did feel all those feelings that you're probably having. Elation, it was finally over. Anxiety of the prospect of boards, fears that I now had to apply all this on my own. That instructor I resented for grilling me about every drug and diagnosis possible was no longer at my side. It was up to me now. It was my comfort zone. And you don't get that back. It was safe. I was protected. Looking back now, my instructors throughout every step of my educational process were teaching me scholarship, leadership, service, character, and ultimately attitude. Okay, now here's the test. Did you think testing was over? Not by a long shot. What was the one thing that all these attributes had in common? Attitude. With a positive attitude and a grateful heart, you can overcome anything. Always have a smile for your patient, your coworker, that provider. Even when it's the hardest thing to do, smile. It will not cost you anything. Kindness is free. And when you think that you have mastered all of this, find another job. because you will never, ever be too important to be kind to someone. When I first started my nursing job, I was terrified, nervous that I would not remember a single thing. I'd fall flat on my face. Just about as many of you are nervous about the journeys that you're going to embark. You're going to fail at something in life, and if you don't, you're not trying hard enough. You have the talent and the training to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail? J.K. Rowling said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default." Take risks, make impressions, don't merely exist. I'm going to close with some words of comfort that have stuck with me throughout my own personal journey. Peggy Noonan was a speaker at the White House when President Ronald Reagan was in office. And she wrote about 3-stage reaction when she started there. She said stage 1 was, "I hope nobody figures out how stupid I am." The second, after a few months, was, "Hey, I'm just as smart as everybody else." And stage 3 came a few months later and said, "Oh my gosh, we're in charge?" That 3-stage reaction was a defining moment in my life and has followed me throughout all facets of my career. And believe me, I guarantee you will have similar reactions no matter what path you choose in your life. And so, graduates of 2020, on this joyous occasion, I've got some news for you. Oh my gosh, you're in charge. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Frost, for those inspiring words. We are very proud of each of our 18 graduates, each student and their achievements. At this time, faculty would like to recognize those graduates that have excelled scholastically through the nursing program by maintaining a grade point average of 3.5 and above. Please come to the stage as your name is called. Colby Case. Jenna Etheridge. Caitlin Mullins. Amanda Siegler. Our next award is entitled the Great Catch Award. Great catch is a phrase commonly used in healthcare. Hospitals award a great catch to recognize those staff members who take a proactive approach to identify and address potentially harmful events, improving the safety climate, and their commitment to quality patient care. During a clinical day in March, we had a student that made a great catch. She was helping a freshman nursing student care for a patient with uncontrolled pain. During the course of the day, this student asked the patient about home medications, wondering if there were medications that might help explain why the current pain medication plan was not working. The patient was unable to tell this student about their home medications. This student went to the chart and discovered the patient's home medications list was never collected. When the patient's spouse arrived, the student asked the spouse about home medications, and she was not able to provide a list. Not to be deterred, this student thought like a nurse and asked the spouse what pharmacy the patient used. Upon receiving the name of the pharmacy, the student looked up the number and provided the primary nurse the information. The primary nurse then obtained the home medication list and was able to notify the hospitalist with the medication list. Review of this medication list gave great insight into why the pain medication that the client was receiving might not have been providing the pain relief that the client needed. So we would like to award the Great Catch Award today to Lydia Domitrivitz. Our next award is the Perseverance Award. Perseverance can be defined as persistence in doing something despite difficulty or discouragement. I often say nursing school is an entirely different animal. It can even be classified as a monster. You agree? Yes. Any nurse or nursing student who completes a nursing test knows that all 4 answers in a multiple choice test item are correct. But in nursing school, only one answer is most correct, right? Okay. Sometimes students begin our program with a rocky start academically. They may find it difficult to discover initially the best way to study and prepare for a test, or they may have trouble determining how to answer a test question correctly. Nursing school can be described as the hardest thing I've ever done. This student continued her efforts to work hard and achieve successful completion of the nursing program without regard to discouragement. She demonstrated a steady persistence, determination, and willingness to be successful, remaining steadfast to the end. Along the way, she experienced personal growth and maturity witnessed by our nursing faculty. The faculty would like to recognize a student who exemplified these qualities described: determination, endurance, diligence, steadfastness, persistence. The recipient of this year's Perseverance Award is, and I think she's going to be surprised, Carla McCarthy. Our next award is the Leadership Award. Leadership ability is highly valuable in the profession of nursing. The Associate Degree Nursing Program of Carteret Community College would like to recognize 2 students that embody the following characteristics associated with leadership. Hey, we just couldn't decide, okay? These characteristics include teamwork, honesty, commitment, integrity, effective communication, and professionalism. Just too hard to separate these 2 that we've chosen. These 2 students have been strong leaders throughout the program, but especially during the last year of nursing school. They were together during clinical and have purged through multiple projects and always helped each other but were unable to, they were together during clinical and have purged through multiple projects and always helped each other, but were available to the rest of the class as well. Sorry, new glasses. So much so that they were voted by their peers to represent the class to the faculty. They are very effective at communication with only one exception. One of them tries really hard on occasion to make their clinical instructor have a heart attack when they report blood sugars of 40. They have represented their class professionally and together, along with a few others of their class, even represented the school at a statewide conference. They have been together so much that they are often mistaken by outsiders as twins, especially when they have their uniforms on at the hospital. It has to be the hair. It is our distinct pleasure to present this year's Leadership Awards to Colby Case and Lydia Domitrovitz. Our next award is the Associate Degree Nursing Peer Award. Our students are asked to select a classmate to be the recipient of the Peer Award using the following criteria, which represent qualities of the nurse. Maintains high standards as set forth by the nursing profession, serves as a patient advocate, demonstrates commitment to the profession and to his or her studies, is compassionate, caring, and competent. And lastly, students were asked to select which classmate they would like to provide care for their own family member. The ADN class of 2022 selected the following student to receive this peer award, and I think she's going to be surprised as well. Shannon Hayes. Our last award is the Associate Degree Nursing Outstanding Nursing Student Award. Each year, faculty select a student to receive an award entitled Outstanding Nursing Student. This award recognizes the most outstanding associate degree nursing student based on the following criteria. Demonstrates the true art and science of nursing, shows an inquisitive nature with willingness to grow and adapt to new challenges and situations, exhibits leadership qualities which others can learn from, serves as a peer mentor, displays a positive attitude about nursing, and exceeds expectations both clinically and academically. The recipient of this award has been an exemplary student throughout her time in the nursing program. Serving as a mentor and role model to other nursing students, she has taken advantage of every learning opportunity. As a safe provider and manager of nursing care, she anticipates her patients' needs and goes above and beyond to ensure those needs are met. Not only does she demonstrate acquisition of knowledge and skills, but perhaps more importantly, she embodies the essence of nursing in her compassion for others and demonstrates wisdom and maturity. This year's recipient of the 2022 Associate Degree Nursing Outstanding Nursing Student Award is Amanda Siegler.
Tori Allison Burr. Allison would like to thank her amazing husband for supporting her physically, emotionally, and financially through this program. She would also like to thank her family, friends, classmates, and instructors for always supporting her through the toughest of times. She will be working at Carteret Healthcare on the Maternal Child Health Unit and plans to continue her education soon. One of her favorite Bible verses for this program is, "I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." Colby J. Case. Colby would like to thank his parents, sisters, teachers, and classmates for the support provided and for putting up with him over these past 2 years. Most importantly, he wants to thank God for his everlasting goodness and faithfulness and his blessings of joy and gratitude for all the wonderful opportunities he has provided. After graduation, Colby will be finishing up the ribbon program, where he will complete his BSN at ECU and eventually become a CRNA. Colby will be starting his career on the Progressive Care Unit at Carteret Healthcare with the hopes of transitioning to critical intensive care. He is eager to start his new journey. Lydia Domatrovitz. Lydia would like to thank her family and friends for their continuous support and being present today. Lydia will be working at ECU Health, formerly known as Vidant, on their general surgical unit in the fall. She will be continuing through East Carolina University to receive her bachelor's in 2023. She also plans to complete her MSN. Lydia is thrilled to begin her career as a nurse and looks forward to continuing her education. Jenna A. Etheridge. Jenna would like to thank her daughter Lola for being her reason to be better, her father, Morgan, and Kate for being her rock, and her ridiculously good-looking sister who she could not live without. Additionally, Jenna would like to thank Pat Osmond for believing in her when he didn't have to. To her instructors, they are the very definition of a lady. Lastly, Jenna would like to recognize her mother, Norma Jean, whose love, strength, and encouragement made all her accomplishments, past, present, and future, possible. Jenna will receive her BSN from ECU next May and has accepted a position on Carteret Healthcare's surgical floor where she will continue making her mother proud. Kristen M. Godwin. Kristen would like to thank her family and friends, amazing boyfriend, and saint-like best friend. Without each of your unwavering love and support throughout this journey, today would not have become a reality. Kristen would also like to thank her instructors who believed in her when she struggled to believe in herself and encouraged her to realize her potential. And lastly, her fellow classmates. It's been a wild ride, and she will cherish the relationships forged through the blood, sweat, and tears. Kristen will be continuing her journey with East Carolina University, working towards her BSN and eventually her MSN. Go Pirates! She will be working on PCU at Carteret Healthcare and with her goal of becoming an ICU nurse. Shannon I. Hayes. Shannon would like to thank God for her many blessings. She would also like to thank her partner Alex and their children, their unending love and patience, especially when she was stressed and did not cook dinner. Shannon would like to thank her instructors. Your support and guidance got her through some tough days. Lastly, this degree is in honor of Master Sergeant John Hayes, who was killed in action. He was a great example of determination, strength, and selflessness to her and their children. Thank you for your service. Shannon will be working at Carteret Healthcare on PCU. She plans to continue her education for her BSN soon. I'm okay. Just do the whole row. Ashley H. Holder. Ashley would like to thank her incredible fiance and parents for their support and infinite patience. She would also like to thank her sister, friends, and classmates for their support. Ashley will be attending East Carolina University and working towards her BSN this summer and eventually her MSN. Go Pirates! She will be working at Girl Talk and Gynecology with a goal of becoming a nurse practitioner in mind. She cannot wait to get this journey started. Sarah G. Hosford. Sarah would like to thank her family, friends, and patient instructors for helping her get this far. Sarah will be working at the Hybrid Complex Medical Unit at ECU Health, formerly known as Vidant, after graduation, with plans to get her bachelor's degree in the future. Sarah really appreciates all that Carteret Community College has done for her and is looking forward to the next chapter of her life. Carlin Drew McCarthy. Carlin is enrolled in East Carolina University's ribbon program and plans to obtain her BSN and eventually her DMP. She will be working on the progressive care unit at Carteret Healthcare with the goal of eventually becoming a critical care nurse. Carlin would like to express her appreciation to her family, friends, classmates, and instructors for their unconditional support over the last 2 years. She is eager to begin her nursing career. Tammy L. McKinney. Tammy would like to thank her incredible boyfriend and family for being there for her through her entire life and these tough 2 years. Tammy will be working as a dialysis nurse at Fresenius in Newbern and would like to pursue her bachelor's and home health hospice as a long-term career. Most of all, she would like to thank God for being her all. Thank you to her instructors and especially Mrs. Sarmiento for lifting her throughout this journey. Caitlin R. Mullins. Caitlin would like to thank her incredible daughter, Ava, for being her motivation. She would also like to thank her instructors and classmates for their constant support and guidance. This group has gone above and beyond to ensure her success. Caitlin will continue attending East Carolina University this summer to work toward her BSN and eventually her MSN. She will begin her nursing profession in the emergency department at Carteret Healthcare with her goal of family practice in mind. This chapter is coming to an end, but the journey has just begun and she could not be more excited. Chance Kennedy Rosencrantz. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It was the Caitlins together. Caitlin M. Rice. Just kidding. Flexibility. Caitlin thought she didn't get it. Caitlin would like to thank her mom for her never-ending support, encouragement, her mama and papa for always praying on test days, and David for always telling her she did not fail. She would also like to thank her instructors for their wisdom and guidance, as well as their encouragement and support on her nursing journey, even when they forget her name, right? She will be working in the ortho-neuro unit at Duke Regional Hospital, and she plans to obtain her bachelor's degree. Yay, you made it. Chance Kennedy Rosencrantz. Upon graduation, Chance will be working at a local cardiology office on Emerald Isle called Carteret Heart and Vascular. They even had it in red, too. Carteret Heart and Vascular. She will be obtaining her BSN through Chamberlain University. She would like to thank her husband, Sutton, for loving her and their 1-month-old daughter, Blair, endlessly. He encourages her to be the best version of herself every day. She says she could not have made it through this last semester being 9 months pregnant without his support or his post-clinical foot rubs. It is because of him, her family, her friends who became family, and of course the instructors, that this day is possible. She is exactly where she needs to be. Amanda S. Siegler. Mandy would like to thank the three most important people in her life, her partner and kids, for their patience and understanding, as well as their tolerance of dinners of pizza, nuggets, and Hot Pockets over the last 2 years. She is currently enrolled at Chamberlain, where she is working on her BSN. Mandy has accepted a position at Fresenius Crystal Coast Dialysis. Finally, she would like to thank Mrs. Sarmiento for her kindness, wisdom, and unwavering support, and wants to remind her, no matter what the doctor said, Mandy did not push the button. I still say I would have pushed it. Quantiera S. Spell. Quantiera has been brought to you today by God and caffeine. She would like to thank her fiance, Eddie, and her son, Zaire, for their support, patience, understanding, and riding this journey with her. She would like to also thank her parents, family, and friends. Quantiera thanks her instructors for their dedication and continuous support. She looks forward to spending time with her family and getting some sleep. Quantiera will be attending East Carolina University, working toward her BSN and eventually her DNP. Quantiera has accepted an offer in the emergency department at Carolina East and will be starting this July. Leah B. Taylor. Leah would like to thank her family and friends for the support that she received throughout nursing school. She would also like to thank her instructors who helped her to achieve this accomplishment and pushed her to be the best that she could be. She would also like to thank God for providing her with these opportunities. Leah will be attending Chamberlain University for her bachelor's degree in nursing. She has been hired on the medical surgical unit at Carteret Healthcare. She is excited to see what the future holds. Stephanie N. Thomas. Stephanie would like to acknowledge all our wonderful teachers and fellow students for their outstanding support in making this experience so unique and interesting. She would like to thank her parents for always being there and believing in her through every challenge. Without their influence, she says she would not be who she is today. Stephanie will be attending Appalachian State University starting in the fall for her online RN to BSN degree and eventually her MSN. Go Mountaineers. She will be applying to Carteret Healthcare after the NCLEX. Rima R. Ward. There you go. Rima would like to thank her amazing husband for his incredible patience and support. She would also like to thank her 3-year-old son for proving that she can be the superwoman. Yes, sleepless nights and the test next morning did happen. She would like to thank her family on the other side of the globe for moral support and love. Special thanks to all of her instructors for they were truly the best. She will be working towards her BSN and holistic nursing in Florida State next year. Also, she's applying to Florida Medical Center Medical Surgical Unit in Fort Lauderdale, where she will be moving in June. Journeys await. Now, you know there's one more thing I have to do. I have to tell you a joke. That's right. I've saved this one the best for the last, right? And I apologize to all of you non-medical people, but these nursing students are going to get it. All right, here you go. 2 red blood cells decided to get married, and they were at the wedding, and the platelets showed up to wish them coagulation. I'm wishing you coagulation.
To wounded soldiers. She was dubbed the Lady with the Lamp by the wounded men after her habit of making rounds at night with her lamp in the battlefield hospital. This ceremony binds us together, unites us with all nurses worldwide who have participated in this ceremony, and obligates you as future nurses to pass the light within you on to those you work with and care for in your new role as graduate and registered nurse. Let this light be symbolic of each of your own personal gifts, talents, passions, all uniquely yours. As faculty, it is our hope that you continue to inspire and reach your fullest potential in the very rewarding profession of nursing. Graduates, prepare for the lighting of the lamps and repeat after me the Florence Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God Now repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself before God. I solemnly pledge myself before God. And in the presence of this assembly. And in the presence of this assembly. To pass my life in purity. To pass my life in purity. And to practice my profession faithfully. And to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. And will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Friends and family, we present to you the ADN class of 2022. Graduates, you may extinguish your lamps.
Virginia Henderson, a nursing theorist, once said, "The nurse is temporarily the consciousness of the unconscious, the love of life of the suicidal, the leg of the amputee, the eyes of the newly blind, a means of locomotion for the newborn, knowledge and confidence for the young mother, a voice for those too weak to speak, and so on." It all began with a call, a physical ailment of your own or that of a loved one, a recovery, a new life, or an unexpected loss. One or more of these produce an unwavering desire to help others, a desire to support families through their best and worst moments. It hasn't been easy. I don't know about y'all, but I debated putting the phone right back down. Nonetheless, we have endured 2 years divided across 5 semesters, and many, many tears brought us to this moment. There were late nights immediately followed by early mornings. There are moments we thought we wouldn't survive, but we have. And I'm so proud of every one of you for answering that call. On behalf of the CCC ADN Nursing Class of 2022, I would like to thank our family and friends, past and present, that have supported us throughout this intense learning process. Thank you to all of our instructors who have never lost faith in us and our abilities. We are truly lucky to have been present for some of the final chapters in your nursing careers. And on that note, I would like to invite Ms. Springle up to center stage. Ms. Springle?
That's not on the program.
Oh, it's not on the program. Oh, you're right. Okay. On behalf of all of your students across the years, Colby Case, representing your current students, and Megan Fisher, representing your students of the past, we would like to present to you this bouquet of flowers, nursing pin, and a book of remembrance, along with our endless gratitude. The years you have put into your craft, patience, and students is extraordinary. The saying, "Standing on the shoulders of giants," fits so perfectly when describing each of our instructors' contributions to our education, especially Ms. Springles. As students, we would have never made it this far without your guidance and expertise. Again, thank you for everything, and we hope you have a peaceful retirement. After this climb, you finally get to enjoy the view. A round of applause for Ms. Springle and our amazing staff. In closing, I'd like to offer my fellow soon-to-be nurses and any nurses in this room a few words of encouragement. Though we may not be entering the workforce at the same place and time, we are all still in this together. I hope your scrubs are comfy, your coffee is strong, and your Mondays are short. Thank you all for being a part of this beautiful, messy, bloody, lovely, incredible world of healthcare. May the audience please stand while the graduates exit.
Sunshine, she's here. Come take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy.